Baritone. All right, so we're gonna talk putting it together, taking it apart, and a little bit of maintenance. Okay, so whenever you take the baritone out of the case, some baritones are different. Some of them, the bell is already attached at the right spot, at the right angle, but you may need to twist your bell to face outward, and you may need to tighten it down once you get it to the right spot. And then last step is you're going to grab the mouthpiece and put it in. Now, when you are done practicing, you're going to want to make sure that you get the condensation out. And all you have to do is open up the spit valves and empty out the condensation. So what you're gonna do, instead of trying to make a sound, like instead of putting your lips together to make a buzzing sound in the baritone or make an actual sound, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your mouth around it like this, just like, so that you can blow air in, but you're not buzzing in. You're just putting your mouth over so you can blow the air down in while opening up the spit valve. And for the baritones, you're going to want to make sure that you're tilting it in a way that the condensation is actually coming out when you are trying to get that condensation out. All right, so taking it apart, easy peasy, you're just gonna take off the mouthpiece. You're gonna stick it back in the case. Depending on what kind of baritone you have, you may need to loosen up the bell and rotate it again. All right, so let's talk about oiling the valves. So what you can do is whenever you start to feel that the valves are getting sluggish, you can oil them. It's not something that you have to do every day, but you're definitely gonna feel when they start to get a little bit sluggish and they need to be oiled, and definitely like before performance so that you know you don't have any issues in the middle of your performance. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna loosen up your valves. Now, what I like to keep the valves in there because when you take them out, you might accidentally get them back in the wrong spot. And you can see that each valve has a number, and here we go. There you go, you can see it, number 1. So each valve has to go back in the correct chamber so that you can actually blow through the horn. So what you're going to do is just keep them in their spots and make sure that you are using valve oil. Do not use any oil in your house, in your kitchen, or any kind of car oil. It needs to be valve oil. You can cause some problems for your instrument. So you're going to just lift up the valve, and you're just gonna put some oil right up here, all the way around, so that it can just kind of drip down. You don't want to put it into the holes, and you don't want to put it up here. So I'm just gonna oil right up at the top there so you can see the oil going down. Now, the next thing that I need to do is I need to make sure that this little notch right here, this little notch, goes in the notch in the baritone. And let's get a closer look here. Okay, so right here you can see the notch right here, the little cutout there. That's where you want this, this white notch here to go in. So I'm gonna line it up when I'm putting it in there, and you can see I can just turn it and it goes right in, and you can kind of feel that it's in the right spot. And then let's come back up here. And then I like to hold this down so that it's staying in the correct spot, and then tighten it up. And then you can do that for all 3 valves, and you can just wiggle it so the oil gets moved around there. All right, so that's maintenance for the baritone. All right, happy practicing.